Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, published in 1813, is a classic novel that explores themes of love, class, and societal expectations in early 19th century England. The story primarily revolves around the Bennet family, particularly the second eldest daughter, Elizabeth Bennet, and her tumultuous relationship with the proud and enigmatic Mr. Darcy. The novel begins with the arrival of Mr. Charles Bingley, a wealthy and amiable bachelor, in the neighborhood of the Bennet family. Mrs. Bennet is eager to marry off one of her 5 daughters to Mr. Bingley, who is initially taken with the eldest Bennet daughter, Jane. However, it is Mr. Darcy, Bingley's close friend, who captures the attention of the sharp-witted Elizabeth. Despite his wealth and status, Mr. Darcy's aloof and reserved demeanor earns him a reputation for pride. At a local ball, he refuses to dance with Elizabeth and dismisses her as tolerable but not handsome enough to tempt him. This incident sets the tone for their complex relationship. As the story unfolds, misunderstandings and misjudgments complicate the dynamics between Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy. Elizabeth's initial dislike of Darcy is reinforced by her belief that he has wronged Mr. Wickham, a charming officer. Wickham shares a tale of Darcy's mistreatment, further fueling Elizabeth's prejudice against the wealthy gentleman. However, as the plot progresses, Darcy finds himself increasingly drawn to Elizabeth, despite his reservations about her family's social standing. Meanwhile, Elizabeth becomes entangled in the romantic advances of Mr. Collins, a pompous clergyman and distant cousin, who proposes to her but is rejected. The narrative is enriched by the diverse personalities of the Bennet sisters. Jane, the eldest, is gentle and reserved, while Lydia and Kitty are more frivolous and susceptible to societal pressures. Mary, the middle sister, is bookish and pragmatic, and the youngest, Lydia, is flirtatious and carefree. The plot thickens when Lydia elopes with Mr. Wickham, causing a scandal that jeopardizes the reputation of the Bennet family. Darcy, who is secretly in love with Elizabeth, intervenes and helps resolve the situation by persuading Wickham to marry Lydia. This act of kindness, initially unknown to Elizabeth, marks a turning point in her perception of Darcy. As the story reaches its climax, Darcy confesses his love for Elizabeth and proposes to her. However, he does so in a way that inadvertently insults her and her family, leading to Elizabeth's vehement rejection of his proposal. Darcy, stung by her refusal, provides her with a letter that reveals the truth about his actions and Wickham's deceitful nature. The second half of the novel sees Elizabeth grappling with the newfound knowledge about Darcy and her own feelings towards him. Meanwhile, the Bingley sisters and Lady Catherine de Bourgh, Darcy's aunt, attempt to thwart any potential relationship between Darcy and Elizabeth due to their differing social statuses. The narrative skillfully weaves together the romantic and societal threads, with Elizabeth's journey towards self-discovery and the resolution of misunderstandings taking center stage. The novel concludes with the realization that love can overcome pride and prejudice, as Elizabeth and Darcy recognize and accept each other's flaws, ultimately leading to a harmonious union. Pride and Prejudice stands as a timeless exploration of the complexities of human relationships, the impact of societal expectations on individuals, and the transformative power of love and self-awareness. Austen's keen observations, witty dialogue, and memorable characters contribute to the enduring appeal of this classic work.